Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my wife, Michelle, my sweetie pea. And she is going to share a little something with you today. Hope you like it.
Hi everybody, and once again my name is Michelle, and I am going to talk to you today about love. And this is something that I think a lot of people don't really understand very well, and I think if we understood and fully grasped the idea of God's love and His love for us, it would completely change how we view not only our relationship with Him, but also how we interact with one another and the church as a whole. And so I just want to talk about, I feel like with the church, there tends to be, you have the idea of love, but when you go to church, usually you find that you're always asked to serve, which there's nothing wrong with serving. I'm not saying don't serve, but it's just unfortunate because it kind of paints this only one way to show God that you love Him, and that's through serving. Whether it's, you serve in children's ministry, you serve on the worship team, or you do outreach evangelism, and so you do all of these service jobs, and that equals, hey, you love God. But I want to just kind of bring up the fact that we don't just love each other through serving. I don't know if how many of you have come across the book, The 5 Love Languages. And even in that book, there's 5 different things that the author talks about that can show a person. You can show your spouse, a friend, your children, love. And one of it's like physical touch, words of encouragement, quality time, acts of service, that is in there, and giving. And so I feel like even with God, He desires all of those things from us as well. He desires us to spend time with Him. And that doesn't have to be, all right, I've got my Bible, I'm sitting in a closet, and, God and I are just having this time. It doesn't have to be that way. God is with you all day, every day. And so, but it is just that open communication where He can talk to you, you can talk to Him, and that's a way that we can love God. We can love God through giving. Obvious one is by giving monetarily to the Lord. But it's also, you can give time, and there's just so many ways that you can give. You can give to other people. I think this is where it's really important to learn that it's not just, okay, I went to church, I served, in children's service, check, I did it, and, that's it. It's, you can give to people even, if you find out somebody has a financial need, you can give to them. You can give them your time if they're going through a really rough time in life, and you can go, hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee and we can sit and talk, and I can just love on you. It can simply be praying for somebody. Like I said, there's just so many different ways that we can love each other and do that in the church environment. And one other thing I just want to touch on is just what is it like when we love somebody? What does that really mean? It means that we're willing to basically do whatever it takes to help that person. I just think of, even with my own children, if they're going through a really hard time, I want to be there with them and help them through the hard time. And same with my husband. It's if he's facing an obstacle, I want to be there, right there with him, helping him go through that obstacle. And I think that that's something that we're probably kind of missing in church. I think a lot of times you hear, oh, so-and-so, they're having a hard time, but nobody walks through with people through their hard times. It's like, well, once they get it together and they can come back and they can, be a part of our group. It's like, oh yeah, I've been really struggling with this, but it's behind us, and okay, well, that's great. Wonderful, I'll pray for you. But we don't actually ever walk through hard things with people. And I think that's something that I know for myself, even with God, has been just a difficult thing. I tended to push God away in a way when I was facing hard times, because I wanted to work through it and then I could come back and say, like, God, see, I made it through, like and the truth is, God really wants to go into the mud with us. He wants to carry us through, help us go through those things. He knows that we have to go through tough times because we live on earth and it's a sinful world, and so there are going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, but He wants to be there right with us going through all of it. And I think that it's something, that's why He gave us, you know, His Holy Spirit. That's why He's given us each other to work together. That's really the function of the church itself, is to help encourage one another, because we live in the world and it's really hard. You need that support group of people, and that's what the church is. And so really my hope with this video is to just kind of make you think about love. Maybe what is it really, and do I really understand it? And it really is my prayer that we would all just understand, you know, the depth of God's love for us and all that Jesus did for us on the cross. It wasn't out of just obedience that He went to the cross. It was because He deeply, deeply loves us in a way that we have such a hard time even comprehending. And so it is my prayer that you guys would continue to search out the love of God, and that you would just know it deeply and fully, and that as a body of believers we could just come to know God's love, and then have that the love of God would just seep into every aspect of our lives and our interactions with one another. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you all have an awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks. I just wanted to share with you about a topic of just God's love and His love for us, and kind of incorporating that into the church.
I can't do that.
There's an airplane flying by.
This is B-roll. Take 2. Go ahead.
Alright, hi everybody, and I just wanted to let you know that, oh, just kidding. Sorry.
Beep beep.